What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the madness. Today we're doing some tone hunting. Gonna go hunting for some Jimi Hendrix tones, specifically for Little Wing. Now you just heard inside the demonstration before that I did get a pretty decent sound out of that thing. So let's just jump right into it. I'll show you all the little nitpicky details about all the modules I kind of tinkered with. And as I said before in the last video, if you don't like what you saw in the demonstration, you can just click right out of this bugger. You know what I mean? Don't waste your time. Get the content you want. All right, let's go. So, as always, you see me on the top right, notes on the bottom right. All right, and axe edit right here in the middle. So you'll see here that we got input, comp, we got a second drive just in case you want to really get a boost of that gnarly business. And then we got dual parallel amplifiers here. And then we got dual cabinets and then delay reverb. It's funny, I took the time to go and research what exactly Jimi used in real time to make this sound, make this Little Wing recording. I didn't like the sound, honestly. I think it comes out better when you just kind of tinker with it on your own. So start off with the input, negative 60 dB, nothing else changed. Actually, that's just a straight up standard input. Compressor, you got a Studio FF compressor. This is just to keep those like slight, very small leads that you do, the kind of the passing notes. Keep them up in volume a little bit so they're a little bit relevant still. So, threshold is 6.5, 1.779 on the ratio, attack times 5 milliseconds, release times 57 milliseconds. You got the auto attenuation and release. And then RMS detector, which is root mean squared. Knee type is medium hard, which is up here. You don't really get too much of that, so it's mostly linear most of the way up. Look ahead, not on. Auto makeup is on. Side chain, take a look at this. I don't think it's messed with at all, though. I kind of just pulled this bugger out, just kind of tinkered with the first page. The secondary drive is a jam ray with the gain at 3.5. The tone I don't think was tinkered with at all. Yeah, this thing is not even tinkered with at all. Same diodes on both. I like the jam ray. It's pretty solid. All right, this is where it starts to get a little bit funky. I'm not going to go through every single one. I'm going to kind of, this is the top amp. There's a Comet Concourse type. And I'm going to go from tone to ideal, mention it, copy it down as you will. But, if I were to sit there and tell you every single one, it would take way too long and it would waste your time. So we're on the tone page. Got the ideal page. I'll mention that both of these have treble pretty much kicked up and the bass knocked down a little bit. And the bright switch is on with 100 picofarads. Preamp is off. Input boost is off. So check out this one if you want. Power amp is on. Pause the video and copy these down if you want to. Power tubes and cathode follower. We got EL84 JJs. Power supply page. Got a little bit of sag going on and B plus constant at 25 milliseconds. Check out the speaker. It's tinkered with a tiny bit. I think the low frequency was knocked up a little bit to 113. Input EQ. Low end was cut down a little bit, all the way up to around probably 100 hertz. Output, nothing's changed there. Dynamics, nothing changed here. All right, that's the Comet Concourse. The second amplifier is the Band Commander. Here's the tone page. Bass knocked down to 3.68. Shrivel is knocked up to 6.46. The bright switch is on, and the bright cap is at 120 picofarads. That's all you got to worry about for those two. The preamp, input boost is off. Take a picture, record them, do whatever floats your boat. All right, power amp, negative feedbacks at 2.95. Power amp modeling is on. And the X-Former drives at 1.20. All right, so power tubes, you got 6L6 GCGEs for the power tube, and the grid bias is at 5.570. Pause the video once again if you feel like copying these down. If you want to try to get the same exact tone as me with a Stratocaster, I recommend it. So here we go. Speaker is set to 50 hertz, not 113. So you can notice that there is a difference between these two. Oops. Take a look. Input EQ, and you'll notice that in the speaker page, it shows you what cabinet it's running to. Pretty useful stuff. All right, input EQ, nothing. It's flat. Then the output EQ, nothing. Dynamics, nothing. All right, so we get to the cabs. So we've got the Basket Weave AX mix 4x12, and we got a Bassman mix 4x10. And you can take a look. The pan set to negative 50/50. I think that's pretty standard. Cab more, nothing crazy. So preamp, the preamp type is none, so it's not on. The room and air, not on. The room size is 8.35 meters, but it doesn't matter because the room level's all the way down to 0. And then the align, these distances haven't been moved. All right, so that's it for the comp, the amp, the cab. Now we're on to the delay. And once we get past the delay, I'll show you what it sounds like, just playing a tiny little piece of noodleage. We got a lo-fi tape delay, and nothing too crazy with this one. We got time. Take a picture if you want. Whatever floats the boat. Again, a lot of floating boats here. More modulation page, and EQ page. Got a little bit of a lump here. All right, now we got a medium Cathedral reverb. Take a peek at this one. Take a peek. Advanced page, EQ page, mod and ducker page, and then pitch shift page. And that's really it. I'll go through it again. Basic, advanced, EQ, mod ducker, pitch shift. All right, and then the drive. All right, so let me just grab my guitar real quick. Now, hopefully it's not too loud, but I won't talk while I do it so I can, mess it up with the post. Turn this drive on. That's what it kind of sounds like. But you've already heard, from the initial kind of demonstration that this thing sounds pretty goddamn good with this type of music. So that's all I got for you today. Hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully you got a tone out of it that you really want to tinker with. But until then, man, or women, or whatever, I'll catch you on the flippy floppy.